everyone, so today's video is going to be a review video. I know I haven't done a lot of reviews and I haven't done one in quite some time, I think. But I do enjoy them, despite the fact that I don't think they're very good sometimes, but I enjoy them. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy talking about things that I love, like everyone else on YouTube or anywhere else on social media. So, what I'm going to be reviewing today is the 17th season of one of my most favorite shows, which is South Park. And I'm being invaded by my cat here. And it's funny to say cat here because his cat here is everywhere. See, I'm a poet. But anyways, yep, that's the 17th season. I'll show you the cover here. I'm trying to get it into the little... I'm on, like, my computer webcam here. So, and there's the back. Now, I've only seen like parts of the episodes and everything. There is kind of like a Game of Thrones theme here. And I've never really watched Game of Thrones. I've seen like bits of it. So I don't really know what that series is actually supposed to be about, but nonetheless, it didn't stop me from finding this season absolutely hilarious. So I'm just kind of showing you guys the covers here, which I love the casing and everything. In case you're wondering, that is Edgar Allan Poe. There's Cartman being a total dick to Kyle, as usual. And then there's Randy. And what's her name? Sharon. Randy and Sharon as Minecraft characters. This whole season was just really out there, and the whole parody stuff. We all know South Park is pretty much famous for that, but I think they really did good on this one. The thing about this one and the next season that I will talk about in the next video, I'm going to do each on their own, is that they both kind of have like a kind of theme thingy kind of going on, which is fine. South Park has done that before. What I do like is when it doesn't consume the entire season. Like, it can be reoccurring and it can be in the episodes, but the whole episodes aren't like totally consumed in it. And that's kind of why I didn't care for the next season after these two, which I think is season 19. Yeah, I think 19 was the last one, because I don't think they have a 20 yet. I'm not even sure if 19 has come out to DVD yet. I haven't checked. But, so, let's get started with the episodes. So, the first one is Let Go, Let Gov. And, basically, Cartman is on his phone all the time. He's on speakerphone. People can hear his stupid conversations. And yet he's getting mad at people for invading his privacy. And then there comes a thing called shitter, which instead of typing on Twitter, you have these little things implanted in your head and everyone hears your thoughts. And basically, Butters is convinced that the government is sort of like God, and he goes to the DMV to confess his sins. And it's just hilarious. They're talking about, do you pledge allegiance to the flag? You know, kind of like, do you love your country? And it's kind of like, you know, how those really, really religious preachers that you see, who get the crowd going and everything, how they talk about Jesus. Well, they're talking about the government in the same way. And it's hilarious. The next one is informative murder porn. So the children find out that their parents are watching like these murder case files, that they have on those cable channels, those investigation shows and everything. Well, their parents are also sort of kind of using it as a dark form of pornography. And one of the children's parents, not like in the immediate like group, but one from like a younger child from their school or whatever, the father kills the mother. So the children go crazy. They think this informative murder porn, as they call it, is going to start affecting their parents, and that their dads are gonna like kill their mom or whatever. So they go and put a parental block on their parents, and it's how to tame a horse in Minecraft. And the parents go to a child to learn Minecraft to get around this parental block that their children put on, and so they can watch informative murder porn. And what I like about the episode is that sometimes we all just kind of go into these irrational thoughts and everything. Like when we hear something or see something that one person did, we automatically sometimes assume that this or that is the cause of it, and we don't really like stop to think about the cause and why things happen. We just kind of panic and just pick something and just fear it. And that happens in a lot of things. The next one is World War Zimmerman. Now, I've never seen World War Z, but in this one, it's focused on the George Zimmerman case and the death of Trayvon Martin. And Cartman is afraid that Token is going to go mad, and that's basically it. He's like totally afraid of Token over this decision on this case and everything. And Cartman is a fat little fucking racist. We all know that. And he is just so fucking ridiculous that you can't do anything with him but just roll your eyes and just not waste your time on him, because he is just so stupid. And this episode just really plays on ignorance, especially on this character's ignorance. It's classic Cartman, really. Where are we at? Oh, we're on 3. And this one is Goth Kids 3. It's one of my favorite episodes. I do love a lot of the episodes involving the Goth Kids because I consider myself somewhat on the alternative side, and they just are really stereotypical, and it's just hilarious, these characters and their attitudes. They're just so adorable. Like Henrietta, but she's just got like this foul mouth and everything. But you can't help just to think she's cute, especially with the animation and how she moves and everything. It's like she's like the not prejudice form of Cartman. Like she's heavy and foul mouth, but you can't help but to think she's cute. So in this one, Henrietta's parents sent her off to a camp to be normal, and they call her emo, which all the goth kids take as an insult. They actually go to child services, basically, and tell them that she's been abused because her parents call her emo. And I was just laughing at this episode. And what happens is that she comes back from the camp as emo. And I believe it was Michael the tall one, she gets off the bus and she starts talking all this, nobody understands me and this and that, and she's got like this pink in her hair, and he goes, oh my god, it's worse than we thought. They made her emo. Like, I just cracked up at that one. So then Michael ends up getting sent to this camp by his parents. And so the two other guys, the little kid one and the one with the red in his hair, I can't remember if they've ever said their names because they've only mentioned like Michael and Henrietta like a couple times. I think it wasn't even until the later seasons that we learned Henrietta's name. But I believe the little one had a name, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But anyways, so they're in a high-up, having coffee, and of course that lady's like, you gotta order something, or are you just gonna be this and that all day? We're depressed. Well, what else is new? You know, that whole thing if you've ever seen the other episodes. So they decide to team up with the Vamp Kids. Now, if you remember from another season, and the episode The Ungroundable, they burn down Hot Topic to get rid of the Vamp Kids. So they go and apologize, and then they have to team up. Well, the Vamp Kids decide to have like the summoning. And they summon the spirit of Edgar Allan Poe to help the Vamp and the Goth Kids from being sent to camps to be turned into emos. And Poe is just like this classic goth kid. He doesn't want to be called Edgar, that's the stupid name his parents gave him. His goth name is Night Pain. And he's like, this is lame, this is that, you know, that whole stereotypical thing. And if you're really just into that kind of stuff, if you enjoy the subculture, or if you just kind of enjoy those parodies and everything, the episode is great. I don't even know what number we're on, but the next one is Taming Strange. So, there's a few things going on. Kyle's little brother Ike is acting like a douchey teenager. He is drawing male anatomy on his brother's head, or a picture of his brother with that. He's just got this bad attitude and everything. And then in the school, Mr. Mackey is trying this whole IntelliLink thing, which is totally screwing everything up. And so Kyle attempts to learn about Canadian puberty because his brother is from Canada. And it's just funny to watch Ike with this attitude and everything, this little kid. The next one on disc 2 is Ginger Cow. Cartman paints a cow to look ginger, to basically humiliate Kyle and be a dick. But it turns out there is a prophecy in the three religions of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity about this ginger cow. And then all of a sudden, they start realizing that they are in a room talking to each other. And finally, we basically have peace between these three religions and peace in the Middle East. But now, Cartman is threatening to tell people that it's not real and that. So Kyle basically becomes like this holy, like, savior figure. Like, he shaves his head, he takes torments from Cartman because he believes that finally there is peace, and if he doesn't take all this abuse, Cartman is going to tell everyone, and the world is going to go back to shit. And then the next three ones kind of have that, I guess, Game of Thrones theme to them. It's between Game of Thrones and a theme of Black Friday. the first one being called Black Friday. So you have Black Friday, A Song of Ice and Fire, and Titties and Dragons. And basically what these 3 episodes are is Randy has taken a job as mall security to be the first in line to get into Black Friday, the mall. And he's hearing these stories about people dying. There's news reports about people eating their children to stay alive and just killing people. It's just like a take on making fun of people who do that crazy stuff. And on the other end, the boys, they are debating which game system is the best, either Xbox or PlayStation 4. Or I think it might have been 3. I don't know, it's PlayStation. And so they end up in these console wars. And it's just, you have Stan who decides to go on the PlayStation side because he likes the controller, and it's like they live in this fantasy kind of thing, when in reality they're just, they're dressing up with wooden swords and fighting over game systems. And then you have the guy from PlayStation, and then like Bill Gates and everything, and they're in their own war and everything. And I really enjoyed these 3 episodes. They were kind of like, they really, really go together, obviously, but it was just funny, like their take on, the whole fantasy aspects and war and Black Friday and all that. The last one is The Hobbit. And this one, basically, Butters turns down a girl for being overweight, and Wendy is pissed. And she goes and shows him about Photoshop, and then, Butters, he's not the most intelligent one in the world. So he decides that this girl he made fun of really looks like that, and this girl just kind of, her confidence boosts, but Wendy is considered jelly now, aka jealous, because she called Kim Kardashian a hobbit. And of course, Kanye West is back in this one. And this one was good. Not my most favorite, but it was fairly good. I really liked pretty much every episode on this one. It's fairly easy to watch in a day. There's only 2 discs in this one, which I was kind of upset about because I did like the season. And the next one I'm going to review also only has 2, which is kind of disappointing. I don't understand why so many things that I like are so short. Or they just don't have them to sell. But anyways, that was my review of Season 17 of South Park. I really recommend it. It is hilarious, and you may enjoy it even more if you watch some of these shows. So, anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.